says I'm live. Okay, neat. Let me pull up the live stream here on the MacBook. God, this camera's terrible. Sorry, cat. It says two people are watching. It's probably both me. I think the audio needs to come up quite a bit. This might be better. All right. Hey, welcome. I just still trying to figure out the audio here. That's why I got the headphones on. Just sounds a lot better now. Bring the mic a little bit closer to me. If anybody's got any questions, let me know. Cause I'm probably gonna try to keep this one. Okay, this is distracting me. All right, I'm gonna try to keep this pretty quick. Probably within an hour. I definitely would be less than an hour. But for those of you that watch a lot of my videos, are like, "Hey, he does own a different shirt." I don't know if you can hear the cat. She doesn't understand daylight savings time. She wants to be fed, and it's not her time yet. Weird. I have an option to play an ad. I'm not doing that. That's not nice. I never noticed that before. Excuse me. There isn't really a whole heck of a lot to talk about between this time and last time. It's weird. I got three screens around me. Got this one here, which has the OBS Studio on it. Also has the webcam, which is kind of terrible. And then I got this one that I'm streaming or monitoring the chat, which I don't see anybody chatting yet. But I got this one where I'm actually got my MacBook over here, where I'm actually monitoring the stream, making sure everything's all right. So mirrors the screen just a little bit to the right. Whoa. Yo, for having internet as fast as I do, this is pretty laggy. But I see four people watching. And I'll be the first to say hello. Just because I'm that guy. Stream health. Why is it showing bad? is a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, they're not being sent often enough, which will cause buffering. The current keyframe is. How do I even change that? How do I know how to change that? The hell does that even mean? Does anybody know how to change that? Feel free to tell me in the chat. Oh, now it's back to good. Okay, whatever. And now it's bad again. Is that something I change in here? How is the stream? I mean, I show 4 people watching, so how is the stream? Okay, thank you. Yeah, because it's saying here that I have bad video settings. I don't know how to change them. Seems like if I stay still long enough, it goes green. But I don't sit still often. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. Alright, I've cranked the gain pretty high on the. Not gain, but the level on the mic. Yeah, the microphone on the webcam is pretty terrible, so I have a proper microphone-ish, which may make noise. The heck? Yeah. I sent somebody a message real quick. Sorry, I know I have a loud keyboard, even though it says Del Quiet Key on it. Okay, it's weird. These are distracting me again. I do think I want to add a little bit of the low end back in. God, I need a haircut. Actually, I feel like what I should do, so it looks more natural, I'll move the YouTube chat to this screen so that I'm not looking over to my right all the time. Oh God! Right now I'm dealing with some major back pain. I had one of the back spasms on Saturday. Dang near took me out. I had a lot of problems getting this one going because apparently I had to reinstall my audio driver because the only thing I could get working was the sound on the webcam, which was atrocious. So I had to get I was having hell trying to get this to show up in the Windows thing. Shoot. That's probably the wrong thing. I can't see around my laptop. I mean, I know it doesn't help that I do these mostly spontaneous, so like if I actually had a real schedule. I haven't seen him. I saw him in person a couple months ago, maybe. Um, he was on his way to New York, so he stopped in at the Newcastle Farmers Market, and we walked around the farmers market together. But we didn't really have time to do any videos together, and yeah, I haven't really. We had a plan to do a video, but it just didn't work out. Like us getting together, but yeah, it was what it was. At least I mean, we did actually get to see each other, so that was pretty cool. I might see if that's a thing that's possible anytime soon. But because that would be pretty cool. And hey, what's up, Steve? Or Steven? Yeah, Kat still hasn't figured out the daylight savings time. She still thinks it's time to eat when it's really not. Maybe next time he's up this way, we could do a food review at one of the places near here. Because I've had food in his area that's pretty good. But I live, I'm what half hour from Philly, so we have like all the good food in this area. We get stuff from New York, Pennsylvania Dutch. We get some stuff from southern areas. It's pretty cool. Pretty good area to live and eat. No wonder. It probably explains why I'm a little on the fat side. But I see we're up to 7 now, which is pretty cool. Try not to make too much noise in the background. Chick-fil-A is awesome. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Chick-fil-A is freaking awesome. And the thing about that is it's such a simple concept. Like, it's just a completely, utterly simple concept. Like, you got like Taco Bell that's coming out with some crazy thing like every other week. But Chick-fil-A, they just have their chicken sandwiches. And that's it. Okay, I'm not sure where Oh, go to our airport. Okay. No kitty. That's the thing that sucks for me too. Is for me to go, I have to go all the way to Bear, Delaware, or Deptford, New Jersey. I don't have any close to me either. The Bear, Delaware is like maybe 10, 15 minutes away. The other one is like the other one's like a half hour, 45 minutes. But if you like spicy, if I don't know if you like spicy food too much, but their spicy chicken sandwich is very good. But it's not, it's not so hot it burns you. Crap! I'm gonna try to get comfortable. Sorry about that. One of these days, I'm thinking I might do the review on this, even though the phone's like it's been out for a year. I I've only had the phone for a couple weeks. Uh, looks like the lag's really not that bad from my thing here where I'm looking at the comments to the laptop. That's pretty good. But there is a considerable amount of lag from the OBS Studio to that. I don't know if I should even do a review on the Galaxy S8. I personally think it's fantastic. But it's like, speaking of Adam Roy, I was just talking to him about being live and the problems I was having. Romulus, Michigan. Yeah, see, that's the thing is I had T-Mobile from what was it, 2002, 2003, all the way up to 2014. I got Sprint because their service was much better where I worked, and I used them for a while, and I never really was truly happy with them. I didn't have any major issues, but I wasn't happy. And then just lately, like, their service has gotten worse. And worse and worse. And yeah, I'm glad to be back with T-Mobile. I was going to go with Verizon, but for what I had with Sprint was going to cost me like $226 a month. And I'm like, no, if anything, I'm going to try to save money. And that's how I ended up back on T-Mobile. Saving like $20 a month. So if you think 2 times 12, that's $240 a year. Actually, no, more than that, I think. No, I was right the first time. $240 a year, which that adds up. Now I can spend that on truck parts. Yeah, it's like if anybody's interested, I do have some more updates on the project truck. I'm sitting here playing with a pair of side cutters for some reason. God, this camera's terrible. In case anybody's wondering, this camera was $9.64 on eBay with free shipping. And it's a $9 camera. Very simply. Oh, my elbow just popped. As far as carriers, I personally have only had T-Mobile and Sprint. My dad had Verizon. My brother had Verizon, Boost, Cricket, Sprint, Verizon. Pretty much all of them. Right now, my dad's got what is that Metro PCS, and he's very happy with that. But that runs mostly on T-Mobile. So, well, by minutes, I was gonna say that I've been driving the project truck for the last 2 days, and it's been very good. I put a new steering wheel in it. I was gonna do a video on that, but the Chinglish on the crap, my brain just on the one package on it, like the instructions. I had to pretty much figure it out as I went, and I figured that wasn't going to make a very good video if I had to do that. So. The other thing I have coming up is I have the Packard Bell is going to make a return. It's going to come here. God, Walmart is already putting out all these holiday things. Hey, what's up? Hey, you finally made one while it was still live. That's cool. The There's a girl at my store where I work. Let me get myself more in this frame, if I can. Crap. There we go. That's somewhat better. There's a girl where I work. She keeps trying to put on Christmas music, and I'm the guy that bought the Bluetooth speaker. So for most of the time, I control the music. She's just asking me if I can put on Christmas music. I'm like, no. One of these days, I might oblige. That's somewhat better. I think the funny thing is that this thing says it has a professional lens. Yeah, I should probably get closer to the microphone again. Sorry about that. I just don't want to end up blowing the sound out. Yeah, one of the things that I was talking about earlier is crap, my brain just stopped. The sound coming from the webcam is just absolutely terrible. So I ended up doing this, and I just don't have. I didn't want to gain it out to where it, sounded horrible. But that should be better. I mean, I can hear myself through my headphones, which are down here on my computer tower. There's probably like a 1.5 foot gap between me and the microphone. I could always hold it like this, but now it looks like it's going to blast you guys out. like, to be honest, I'd rather have the sound be lower and clearer than be loud and not clear. Is there even an English version of this? I mean, I just found these, and I'm looking at all. Oh, okay, there's the English version. God, this has just been a long week, and like I said, the back pain's not helping. I was trying to like sit back and be comfortable, but I guess I gotta sit like this. I guess I could probably. I make one comment. Netgear stuff's okay. I've always had good luck with I had a actually I think I still have it. I have an Asus router that's got to be 11 years old now. Thing's been a beast. But that is odd to make one comment and have to refresh the page. I don't know, YouTube does weird stuff all the time. Okay, I should probably stop playing with this right next to the microphone. I'm trying to come up with ideas for this. Anybody have ideas for this? You know, I just have it sitting here. And, just sitting here taunting me. It's like, I don't know. This is the, what is this? This is the Raspberry Pi 1. This is the P1. So I know it's not the... This one's like the slowest one that was made, except for that $5 one. Oh, excuse me. I had an idea to turn it into like a security camera using the Pi camera module. Yeah, I just saw I had a opportunity to go live for a little bit. I'm like, if I have time, I'll do it. That's why I called it semi-spontaneous, and I realized I actually did have time. So, I did. Oh, if anybody watched the video on the project truck, I did figure out what was wrong with the amplifier, and it was completely my fault, 100%. I didn't have the ground to the amplifier secured quite well enough, so it ended up that's why it didn't have a good ground. I don't know. Oh no. Let's see if she was laying on the bed, so I was gonna see if it was picking her up or not. Come on, kitty. That is the... crap. Give me a second. My brain just stopped. It's been a long day. That was the Yamaha StagePass 600i. It's a... I know I'm able to do a screen capture from OBS. I just don't know if I can. Sweetwater has it. Let's see if I can do a screen grab. I know I can do window capture. Will this allow me to do that? Okay, so it's not. Alright. Let me get back over here. Okay. It's not letting me do a screen grab, so I apologize for that. But yeah, I need to eventually figure out how to do that. But it's a Yamaha StagePass 600i. It's considered a portable unit. And as the specs, or as the name might imply, it's a 600 watt amplifier. Actually, it's 680 watts. Two 10-inch speakers. It's got like a 2-band IQ on each of them. We've actually outgrown it quite a bit. It's we need to do. We haven't outgrown the inputs. We've outgrown the outputs. We want to do some more stuff that we can't do with it right now, and that kind of stinks. So that was probably way too much talking to answer a simple question. But I'm a big fan of Yamaha stuff. That's so weird. I don't have anything demonetized, do I? Kind of looking over here and has something else here, and I'm like. I think I'm MHC. Oh, okay, so that's where there's like shelf unit type things. Okay. Yeah, I don't know a lot of these things off the top of my head, so sometimes people will say, hey, I have this. I just got to Google it real quick. Tell you what, man, God, I hope we end up getting this house because I can't wait to have my system set up. I mean, what is What's this laptop hard drive for underneath my monitor? Oh. I just happened to spot this underneath my monitor. It's a blurry mess. It's a 160 gig Apple drive that came from the Mac Mini. That was a stupid purchase because I haven't used that thing in months. But yeah, I can't wait to get my system set up. I'm going to have the living room sound system, and then I'm going to have my own sound system in one of the bedrooms. I don't think I ever did. Oddly enough, I never did a Mac Mini, a video on the Mac Mini. That's weird. Hold on a second. Yeah, I never did a video on it, but I've got the 2009 Mac Mini. It's a 2.26 with it originally had, what was it, 1 gig of RAM? Yeah, 1 gig of RAM, and I have it up to 8 gigs now, I think, and it's got a 120 gigabyte SSD in it, and it just sits. Should I do a video on why it sits? However, I don't know if I have enough cable. This I was using last night. The Apple TV I have a love-hate relationship with. Sorry about that. I'm not sure if that came through, but what I said was I have a love-hate relationship with the Mac Mini. Or not the Mac Mini, the Apple TV. To be honest, the only reason I don't use the Mac Mini is it's just slower than it should be. Oh, excuse me. I've owned more Macs than I'd care to say. Here, Chris. Which Mac Mini did you have that failed? And how did it fail? Oh God, this has the terrible FireWire port. 2007 Mac Mini, was that G4 based, or was that like the Core Duo or something like that? Like where it wasn't even 64-bit. And excuse me. Okay, so that one looks just like my Mac Mini. That's the 1.83 gigahertz one. Yeah, I do plan to get back to that kind of thing, but when I do, I'm not going to clutter up my new house. What I'm going to do is, if I am not keeping something, it's either going to go away immediately or something. And I mean, it's like I'm using this to monitor the stream. I don't really use like. Yeah, see, that's the other thing is like I think I have a basement there, so I might do like a long-term storage area down there for like the computer stuff. But for the most part, if I'm not gonna use it, it's got to go away. Oh, oh, sorry about that. Like I mentioned before, this one's pretty. This system's pretty well maxed out. I don't have anything against AMD. I really like their older stuff, like the like the K6 series and stuff like that. But excuse me. But this system's is all Intel. This one's a 4790, 16 gigs of RAM. You know, the sad part is this is a pretty. This would make a very nice gaming system, but I don't game. I think I don't like my mouse pad, so I don't use it. But for the sake of this video and your guys' sanity, I'm gonna use the mouse pad. The mouse seems like it tracks slower when I use it. But it's like my first performance build was an AMD 3200. Was either 32 or 3600 plus, I think it was. And it had 2 gigs of RAM, DDR, of course. And I ran that thing for a very long time. I was into CB stuff for a little bit too. I actually had a CB set up at my house, in my house, when I was in high school, and I thought it was pretty cool. My '69 Ford pickup that had I had a CB in that. Actually, I think I had one in this S10 for a while. I've got a little portable one that comes in a case, has a magnetic antenna you stick on top of the roof. Actually, right down here, I have a AMD. Well, actually, it's not mine. It's either my wife's or her uncle's. I'm not sure. And that's got an AMD A6 or A8 in it. I don't know. The A series are. I don't know how I feel about them. They're pretty cool. I've always wanted to get into amateur radio, like an actual. Like I wanted to get into doing like FM radio and stuff like that, or AM radio. I almost built an AM radio station. Actually, this one here, this A series, that's that's on Windows 10. The thing runs phenomenal, and it just sits. Yeah, I was working. I was working for a for a company that I used to install like soundboards at like news stations and service them, like like our local Fox affiliate, ABC affiliate used to go out there, service their soundboards and their systems and stuff like that. Set them up like a, you know. But and the company I worked for sold AM radio equipment, like to actually make a little AM radio station. And I thought about doing that, and I'm like, I don't want to get arrested. I don't need the FCC on my ass. Tell you what, I am getting hungry, and it's just about 7 p.m. here. I don't know. I'm happy. I'm like really I'm happy with this Intel the i7 47 or 4790, and actually, yeah, CB radio is good. I do a lot of off road, and sometimes you're in areas where there's no cell service, so a lot of guys will use CB radios to get in touch with other guys in the truck. So I still use it. I just don't use it as much as I used to. Oh, excuse me. See, when I was in school, we had the Bluebird buses from like the 80s. I think the Philippines and Japan are the only two Asian countries I really want to visit. And I mainly want to go to Japan because of the cars. Like I said, she doesn't quite. Cat doesn't quite understand. It's not time for her dinner yet, but it is almost time for her dinner now. I'm probably going to go ahead and end this soon. We're in the Philippines. We're in Japan. I've driven, left or driven right hand steer cars before. I have no problem handling those. Excuse me. See, I was a volunteer firefighter for a couple years, so I do. Sorry, I do like a lot of firefighting equipment. I'm not really into fire alarms. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so I'm probably not into that stuff as much as you are, but I find it really cool. Brandon Bishop did a video a while back on some sort of fire alarm system. Actually, I have not watched much of his videos lately. Oh, I don't know who it was that told me to watch Tech Deals. I didn't really watch him before, but I started watching him recently. He's actually pretty cool. I like his style. See, that's one of the things I like about fire is it's very unpredictable. He's fire. You're unlikely to find a firefighter who is not a pyromaniac. I'm just gonna say that right now. I mean, they exist, but yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm just looking it up real quick. The he did the Brandon Bishop. He did a video on the 1924 Gamewell fire call box. I remember watching that, but I think I'm about to call it a day. I don't know what a not sure what a Pommy Englishman is. I might have to Google that. It's funny, when I was in my apartment, my landlord said, "Hey, you need to." Oh, British. Okay. He told me I had to get a fire extinguisher. So, me being the firefighter I am, I get these big tanks, and I hide them. I hung them all throughout the apartment. I had ones for electrical fires, ones for wooden fires. I had ones for basic fires. So, oh god, I got them from the fire hall. They gave them to me. So the inspector comes out, and he goes, "You can't use those firefighters here, or the fire extinguishers." He says, "You can only use small ones that a kid could grab and put out." I'm like, I'm an adult and I live alone. So I had to go and get there's little, I guess they're called, the kitty brand ones. I had to get that so I could pass inspection for COA. It was retarded. It was really stupid. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this because I need to get something to eat. I need to feed the cat. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, actually, that's what I said. I said I live alone. I'm a firefighter, and I have no kids. Yeah. Of course, now it's going to say my stream is healthy. But, alright. I appreciate you guys being here with me here. I want to try to do these a little more often. That's kind of why I got a webcam for this computer. Because I get tired of using my laptop for it. And the cat's trying to fight me. Well, I'm going to go eat, feed my cat, and watch a couple videos from Lazy Game Reviews and Eric the Car Guy. So, appreciate you watching. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night or day or whatever it is. And then, see ya. Alright, wait, how do I stop this? Oh, yeah.